you correspond with Ralf on television, video, or telephone, audio, or you chat, text, or email him, you're giving him permission to duplicate it, rebroadcast it on any of the Take Your Life Back Today show broadcasts.
Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Let's talk about 7 tips to find yourself when you're feeling lost in life. Whether you're lost yourself in your job, relationship, or your role as a parent, or simply feel lost in general. You're not alone. It doesn't mean your life is doomed and you will never find yourself again. It simply means that you're going to go through some incubation period and transformation. The key is not to get stuck in your current lost state and to tap into your creative power to create a life that you, my friends, love. Here are 7 tips that will help you out of this lost state and remind you that of the power you have right now for getting out of these situations. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Today I want to talk about how to leave everything behind and start in a new city to improve your life, to move forward. I want to start over. I need a new life. I want to go somewhere far away, you might be saying. You've reached a major turning point in your life. For one reason or another, you want to say goodbye to your old life and start a whole new chapter somewhere else. This is not a decision to be made lightly. But at this point, all assume you already know it's what you want. Trust me, I've been there. Matter of fact, I'm going through it right now. Making this kind of change is never easy for yourself or for your family or your loved ones. But you can help mitigate, I should say, your anxiety with some good old-fashioned preparation. So you might be saying, how do I start over? Well, I have gone through many huge life changes, all of which required leaving behind an old lifestyle and embracing a whole new one. You know what I think? My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't speak out of both sides of the mouth. Behavioral styles tell us about 18% of the population score high on a scale that favors assertiveness and dealing with things head on. These people who thrive on conflict will say what they think and don't care if they offend anyone at times and are bold in their approach. The remaining 82% of populations tend to shrink away from conflict would prefer not to address things or just tolerate someone who yells and curses at him all the time. Why it is hard for people to say what they mean and mean what they say sometimes. You probably have been told that lying is wrong. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about, you probably remember this, about 2 weeks ago, an elderly man had just either left or gone to his family for Easter dinner, and he was walking to and from, and a gentleman, I can't even call him a gentleman, a person approached him, made him repeat a certain name of this person's girlfriend, and then shot him directly right in the face. This gave me some sort of, besides a lot of sadness for human nature itself, but what are the early signs of a serial killer? Have you ever thought about that? Signs of a serial killer. When people hear that someone... My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Let's talk about most common phrases. I have 7 here, but there are probably millions of other ones. One of the most common phrases that I remember in my life that kind of set a turning point in my life of what direction I was going was many years ago. And that pretty much that phrase was due to a conflict between me and someone else, and me questioning that person's motives of not doing something to someone else in the family. And that phrase to me, which was a turning point in my life, was blood is thicker than water. Let's talk about some phrases. These are the 7 most common. Bite. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of your Take Your Life Back Today show. I'm going to talk about not walking on eggshells in life. There are people in your life, or friends, or neighbors, that make you feel like you're walking on eggshells. So we want to talk about that today. Let me just fix this. All of us, and I mean all of us, get triggered by people that do that. When we are the person triggered, it is not a pleasurable experience, but at least we have an understanding of what's happening and the influence on our behavior. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about catastrophic thinking in your sobriety. What are your thoughts telling you about your sobriety? How are they maybe even hurting you in your sobriety? I find myself considering disasters like impending deaths, freak accidents, and other catastrophes, and how those would affect my life and how I will cope without turning to the bottle. I never knew these thoughts had a name or even a diagnosis. A man unable to handle these volatile thoughts is a man that's not relying on his higher power. Don't let the worst possible scenario consume you. Instead, through the power of prayer, reach out to God. Have you ever been sure that something devastatingly bad is going to happen? Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and your host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. What is God's role in my sobriety? If you're going through sobriety and recovery, what is God's role in yours? As soon as we get sober and begin our road to recovery, we begin to hear that it is God who is keeping us sober, and that there is no more important relationship for our continued sobriety and growth than the one we have with Him. We all reach for a higher power. However, we are also told that we shouldn't sit around waiting for a miracle, that we need to put our time and effort into our 24-hour sobriety each and every day. We are told... Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am your host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk to you about vices. A vice doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol or drugs. It could be a lot of different things. So my question to you, my friends, is what's your vice? No matter how tight you keep your budget, there is always something you are apt to overspend on. A vice is defined as a weakness in character, but our purposes will go with a lenient definition. Our new definition of the vice is something that you admit is important enough to you to allow yourself to spend frivolously on it. At some point we are going to work the word moderately in there. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and your host on the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to just repeat a quote from Casey Kasem. And for you that might not know Casey Kasem, he was a kind of like a radio disc jockey. And he used to always do the countdown on Sundays, the countdown of the best songs, usually 30. Kasem, the late Casey Kasem, is now gone, but he has a famous quote that I utilize all the time in my own life, and that is keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Now listen to that. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Dream big in life. To be human is to dream. We all have hopes and wants for ourselves. Sometimes. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about contact. Do you see me looking in the camera? If I talk like this most of the time, or read off my teleprompter, that would be eye contact. But if I talk to you like this, that is not very trustworthy when somebody speaks to you like this. The old saying that eyes are the reflection of the inner soul holds true in most cases. There are a lot of meanings to eye contact. It can be a glaring look when a person is defiant or even angry. A stare when we see something unusual about a person. Staring obtrusively is rude. A glazed over look when we are hopelessly in love with a person. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Most of us know that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. As Proverbs remind us, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Remember that? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Yet the tunnel fills us with darkness, so it is very deep. We are left breathless, hopeless, and sometimes even without any type of hope that makes us feel lost and suffering. It's a black hole of hopelessness. When you're inside that tunnel and the darkness is all you can see and feel, my friends. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I just want to share alcohol withdrawal timeline. Many of us have friends, relatives who have alcohol and drug issues. And we tell them, please quit doing your drugs and alcohol. But what we don't realize is that there is a timeline. In other words, there are certain stages, usually 3, and certain amount of hours, most critically in the beginning, and then gradually getting better. The decision to face alcohol dependence is tough, both for the patient and for the families and friends that love them. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. How many of you folks out there have said, enough is enough? I just can't go on. Enough is enough. Have you said that? Many of us believe in the concept of trying to work things out no matter what. That will go to the ends of the earth and put up with almost anything before we ever consider splitting up with someone. Others of you know that there are fatal flaws in their relationship and believe they should end it, but worry about what others might think. This brings up the question of whether there comes a point in time when you, my friends, finally say and admit and acknowledge that enough is enough, even in relationships with people. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and a host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Let's discuss a parent's guide to teen parties. It's not okay to let your teenagers have parties at your house. It is not okay to take them to other parties. You have responsibilities. As a parent, you know the importance of your teen's social life, and the parties are a way to socialize and relax. But an unsupervised or poorly planned party can result in unwanted or even tragic consequences. However, parental responsibility is the key to have a fun and safe party. And if they're under 21, that means without any drugs and any alcohol, especially alcohol. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about how people in recovery can change the world. People in recovery can change the world. Why am I here? People always ask. That's a good question. I will never forget when a student, or I should say a client of mine, asked me something quite similar, a few years ago. He posed an unexpected question: what is the meaning of life? Well, a silence rang out over the class that I was just making a speech. I remember trying to assemble my thoughts and piece an answer together in my mind. Has anybody here ever asked themselves something very similar? Like, what is my purpose? Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. If today was your last day on earth, how would you live it? How would you treat others? What would you do? How would you react? Well, let's pretend today is your last day on earth. If you knew that today was your last day on earth, then what would you do? That's a tough question. Take a minute to think about it. What would you do? What would you do different than you do each and every day? Think about it deeply, as this important question may change your entire life. Would you hug your near and dear ones consistently and constantly? Obviously you would. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You try lifting your lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening your lid. Try banging on the lid. Maybe unsettle the dirt, and somebody might notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to feel at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help. You know you can't do it on your own. You just don't know where to turn. In reality, there are people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when you're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to repress the fear of death, you have to be great at repressing that fear. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were abusing drugs and alcohol you might overdose and take something away that God had given you called life? And if that's not shameful enough, what about taking that life away from people that love and care for you most? Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, children, even grandchildren. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person that I just spoke about that waited and waited and waited until it was too late. Instead, pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you and I will help each other take our life back before our life is gone. Let's talk about compassion. Compassion is the key. Compassion is integral to our joy. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. We just did an episode on procrastination, which is to hurry things, to get things done quickly. Let's talk about procrastination, which is taking your time to get things done. When I woke up this morning, about an hour ago, I had one goal. Finish this particular video by 5 o'clock a.m. It is now 4:15. So predictably, by the time it was 4:30, I had made and consumed a soda, taken out some trash, made the bed, and deliberately slowed down to get ready for this, to clear my head. Had what did I have? I think I had a piece of chocolate and a fruit, which is a reward in itself for physically and mentally getting my morning going. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Today we're going to cover two segments: procrastination, which is taking your time doing things, and precrastination, which is this episode, which is rushing into things. Procrastination is a well-known and serious behavioral problem involving both practical and psychological implications. Taxpayers commonly put off submitting their annual returns until the last minute, risking mathematical errors in their frenzy to file. Lawmakers notoriously dawdle and filibuster before enacting sometimes rash and ill-advised legislation at the 11th hour. And students burn the midnight oil to get their term papers submitted. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about highs and lows are a part of life. You have your ups and you have your downs. It's okay to feel down sometimes. Everybody goes through it. So We all face these things. But highs and lows are part of everyday's life. It's okay not to be okay. It really is. I've been depressed before in my life. At one point, really depressed. When I was at my worst, more than once it felt as though I was locked in a dark cave with no visible way out. Every way I turned led me to another cold rock wall that stopped me from moving ahead. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Today we're going to talk about the differences between needing and wanting. Needing is things that you need in life. Wanting is for gratification purposes. One approach to character development is to identify the difference between what characters want and what they need. Sometimes students or children get the two mixed up. Which is more important, you might ask? Do plays always identify both for the character? Make sure you get the want and the needs in a straight of mind, or a correct state of mind with your children or your students. Let's define what is need. A need is something that a person must have. Good morning, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today show. Let's talk about 10 reasons we rush for immediate gratification. We're hardwired to want immediate payoffs even when it's not a wise decision to do so. The term time preference is the economic concept that refers to the importance we place on our future outcomes relative to current outcomes. Here are 10 reasons why people care less about the future consequence and more about the present, and why it's so often the biggest mistakes of their lives. Number one reason is a desire to avoid delay. Generally speaking, we want things now rather than later. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. In the storms of life, keep your eyes on Jesus. That's today's episode. Looking unto Jesus, the author of the finisher of our faith, who for the joy was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down in the right hand of the throne of God. Hebrews 12:2. Every morning, most people pray for the friends and the partners of their life. We pray for our needs. We pray for our struggles. We pray for our things. Hi, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Let's talk about the difference between a real friend and a fake friend. Friendship is one of the best aspects of life. That can be said. Certain friends are certainly much better than others. A real friend and a fake friend can be hard to tell the difference, but they are very different. Real friends are people who you can go to for anything. You know, they will always be there on your side through thick and thin. Fake friends might as well be the worst part on earth for all the support they will give you. Use this particular video to find out who your real friends are and your fake friends. Real friends support you in all your situations in life. A real best friend will encourage you to do anything you try. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Let's talk about tricks to improve your memory. What'd you say? Tricks to improve your memory. It was once believed that the brain function peaked during early adulthood and then slowly declined, leading to lapses in memory and brain fog during your golden years. Now it's known for our modern lifestyle plays a significant role in contributing to cognitive decline, which is why exposure to toxins, chemicals, poor diet, lack of sleep, stress, and much more can actually hinder the functioning of your brain. The flip side is also true in the healthy lifestyle that can support your brain health, even encourage your brain to grow new neurons, a process known as neurogenesis. Your brain's hippocampus, the memory center, is especially able to grow new. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back show. Last year, 2016, a magazine called Sober Nation came out with a few stories, sober stories. I was fortunate enough to be in one of those stories. But here I'm going to read 4 or 5 of those stories. One of them happens to be mine. give you the details right now. The name of this particular person was Gretchen Archibald. She's 36 years old. She's been sober since 6/21/2013, which happens to be one day longer than me. She's been sober now. This was as of the other day when I first came up with the, when I first put this on my teleprompter. She was sober 3 years, 286 days. Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about friendships. Do you think that friendships require flexibility? I do think so. I think it's a two-way street. It should never be a friendship of a one-way street. Friends, they come in all sizes, shapes, and concentric circles in our lives. Hi-bye friends are the casual acquaintances we wave to from our cars, that we might pass at a grocery store. They form the outer ring of our friendship orbit. When Betty Milder sang the song, "You Gotta Have Friends," she was right on the money. Friends are the people who love us. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk about self-inventory because this is really important. Please get paper and a pencil because I have 28 questions I want you to answer. And I want you to answer them honestly because it's important that we do take self-inventory because a lot of us get caught up in our own lives. We get caught up in our own egos. We get caught up in being selfish. So I have 28 questions I want you to answer. I hope everybody has a piece of paper or pencil or pen, and let's start. The annual self-analysis is an essential and effective marketing of personal services. It is an annual inventory of yourself. Moreover, the yearly analysis should disclose a decrease in faults and an increase is gone. How helping others can assist you in your recovery. It's easy to underestimate the benefits of doing good to others. We tend to get so confused on ourselves that at times we even forget to think about.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there. Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what